Here is how you create your own luck. I was talking with a client the other day, and he was telling me about how he creates his own luck. And that sounds amazing. I'd love to create my own luck. However, I know that you can't actually create your own luck. There's no way to duplicate it, replicate it. There's no way to quantify luck, but it does play a role in your life. Let's say Bill Gates, for example. Bill Gates is a prime example of this. He got lucky by growing up in a school that had one of the first computers. And he put in the work with two of his friends and his teacher. After school, they would go into the classroom and mess around on this computer, and then he got into programming, and then you know the rest of the story. So he got lucky. And I've created several videos about how you're not in control of certain things. And one of the things that you are definitely not in control of is being born. And then not only being born, but being born into your family in the country that you live in, with the race that you are, the sex that you are. You know, you didn't ask for any of that. You're just, hey, welcome to Earth. This is what's been assigned to you. And we know that you have a higher probability of success the higher your parents' socioeconomic status is. If they have wealth and money and good networking, they know a lot of people, they're in a good community, you're more likely to go to college, right? You're more likely to get a good, successful job and have a family and not have that family fall apart. You're less likely to end up in jail, less likely to commit suicide, less likely to get involved in drugs and crime, less likely for all of that to happen. That's luck. You're thrown into this world in a lucky situation that you didn't ask for, you had no control over, and now it's up to you to say, do I want to capitalize on this opportunity that I have, or, you know, do I want to ruin it and go off in the other direction? And so you take Bill Gates, like I said, he saw an opportunity and he capitalized on it. The question is, how do you create your own luck? How do you set that up? Because some of these things are out of your control. The first thing I would say, educate yourself. Do not confuse education with school. Those are two different things. Yes, you get education in school, but you also get indoctrination. So you got to be careful. And when I say education, don't let school get in the way of your education. You educate yourself on the things that you're interested in. You want to learn about money? Don't look to school for that. Okay, school's all about academics, right? Academia. It's not going to teach you how to pay your taxes. It's not going to teach you what to do with your money. And people are like, well, there's personal finance. That's one of the classes. Yeah, out of 19 years of schooling, which is what I had with my bachelor's and my master's and, you know, my traditional schooling, I took 2 years. Out of 19 years, I had 2 years, or two classes, not even years, 2 classes on education. The rest of the time, I had to educate myself on that. I had to educate myself on school. I had to educate myself on money, how to budget, what to do with money, right? You want to learn about, let's say, real estate, buying, selling, flipping, renting out houses, how to buy a house. Don't look for school. Don't look to school for that. School's not going to teach you that stuff. Well, here's an algebraic equation. Like, that doesn't help at all. Information is so readily available that there is no excuse not to educate yourself. So the only reason you don't educate yourself is through laziness. And by the way, laziness is one of the destroyers of success. So the first one is education. The second one is lead with action. Take action. Okay, you might not know what you're doing, but go out and try it anyways. Failure can be a bad teacher because if you continuously fail, eventually you go, okay, so it's me. I continuously fail and I can't get this right, and therefore I might as well just give up. Okay, tell that to Edison, right? Or whatever. And he didn't actually create the light bulb. He created the filament, I guess, of the light bulb. Whatever. I'm not going to go into that. But success can be a bad teacher too, because if you continuously succeed, and let's just say you keep getting lucky, right? You keep getting lucky, you get this idea that I can't fail, and then you get kind of cocky, and then pride comes before the fall, and then when you do fall, you're not used to failure, and because you're not used to failure, you take it so hard that you do give up. By the way, true failure is just giving up. That's true failure. If you fall down 3 times, get up a 4th, right? If you fall down 99 times, get up 100 times. And through this process of leading with action, regardless of failure, regardless of success, and you continuously educate yourself, regardless of that, another thing to set yourself up for success is self-reflection. What am I doing wrong? How am I adding or subtracting from this situation? How am I responsible for my failures? How am I responsible for my successes? And it's very important to sit down and self-reflect, because the truth is it all starts with you. It's not all about you, but it starts with you. So if you don't know, let's say, some of your blind spots, you don't know your strengths, and you don't know your weaknesses, and your talents and your gifts and like your limitations, if you don't know that stuff, hopefully when you run into it, you learn from it. But if you don't do that and you don't make mental notes about, oh, wow, I'm really bad at this, I should probably delegate that out and find someone who's better than I am, which is why I don't pay taxes. I pay taxes. I pay someone to do my taxes, because I'm trying to figure all this stuff out, and, running a business and all that stuff. It's like, okay, I'm just gonna, here you go, figure that out. Thanks, professional, right? But if you don't learn from your mistakes, which is where self-reflection comes in, it's number 3, reflecting on all that, you're more likely to continuously fail and fail and fail. Or if you don't realize what you're feeling, right? Sometimes we're not aware of our feelings. It's amazing to me, and maybe because I'm too plugged in with my feelings, which can also be detrimental. But how many people aren't in touch with their feelings? We are feelings creatures, right? The feeling part of your brain develops way before the logical part. In fact, the logical part of your brain is done developing around the age of 25. So before that age, you're running a lot on your feelings. Most of your life is based off of feelings. So you need to be in touch with your feelings, which comes from self-reflection, but also leads to another point of creating discipline in your life. You have to create discipline in your life. Discipline will always take you further than motivation, because motivation is a feeling. I felt so motivated that I cleaned my whole house. I felt so motivated, I got my paper done. I was so motivated, I got all my notes done. Just joking about that. But discipline is saying, I'm going to do it even if I don't feel like doing it. I'm going to create a routine. I'm going to just go through the motions because I know it's good for me, because it's going to set me up for success, because it's going to create a higher probability of luck. I don't always feel like reading. I don't always feel like exercising. I don't always feel like going to work, right? Actually, that's not completely true. I've been doing what I do for a while now, over 5 years, and there's not been one day that I don't feel like going to work. And that's when you know you found something you're passionate about. So very happy about that. But go back to the discipline, right? You're leading with action. You're disciplining yourself. You're creating a routine. And then you just do it because you know it's going to be good for you in the long run, and you understand your feelings, listen to your feelings. Where are they coming from? What are they saying? Why are they there? All that stuff. And then be like, okay, thanks for your input. I'm going to do it anyway. The last point I'm going to talk on is networking. I have gotten a lot of my jobs throughout my life because of who my dad is or who my brother is. And, you know, some people don't want to ride that coattail. And there have been several times where I didn't ride the coattail, so to speak. But when the opportunity is there, that goes back to, you know, the leading with action or finding an opportunity, capitalizing on, you know, the moment kind of thing. Because of who my dad is or who my brother is, people know me, and they've offered me jobs, or, you know, maybe it's probably not the best example because there have been other jobs I've gotten just through people that I knew. But you have to put yourself out there. You have to get out into the community, and you have to be talking with people on a regular basis, and you know, creating relationships and nurturing those relationships, so that it's, you know, you can delegate out. Hey, look, I don't know anything about this, but my friend so and so, they deal with this on a daily basis, right? Some prime examples. I might not know about taxes. I don't know exactly how to set up a business. But my friend Brad does, right? Brad knows how to do that, right? I don't know anything about, let's say, sound engineering, or, you know, what kind of microphones to buy or what kind of cameras to buy. My friend Evan, he's amazing at that, right? I don't know much about, let's say, the health industry, insurance with all that, you know, what these symptoms mean, you know, all that stuff. But my wife, Laura, knows a lot about that. She's got a master's in that. She knows what she's doing. But the more people you know and have good relationships with, the more likely you are to get offered jobs and opportunities. And when those opportunities come up, capitalize, lead with action, implement discipline over motivation, educate yourself. Leave a comment. Let me know what you think. Please hit that like, get the algorithm going for me. I appreciate it. Share, subscribe, all that jazz. Until next time, my friends. Until next time.